Welcome to Labor's View. I'm David Weiner, President of Local 1081 of the Communications Workers of America. Our members are the very proud and very hardworking employees of the Essex County Division of Welfare. This evening we've been at a demonstration, we are at a demonstration against the so-called rock star Ted Nugent, who is here at the Wellmont Theater in Montclair. And if you know anything about Ted Nugent, besides being a half-rate musician, he is a horrible human being, and you'll hear a lot of people saying that as we progress with this show. So I'll see you on the other side.
Okay, we have no more hate! No more hate! Scratch Ted Nugent!
So, if everyone wants to stay here and not move, on the wall, anywhere behind us.
No more hate!
If some of you,
We have no more hate!
so this obviously,
No more hate! Scratch Ted Nugent!
so if everyone wants to stay here and not move, on the wall, anywhere behind us.
No more hate!
If some of you elderly people,
No more hate!
There should be no profit in bigotry, and that's what Ted Nugent does. And
Who are you, first of all?
well, I'm a Vietnam veteran, disabled, and I think, you know, Ted Nugent's a disgrace to America. I thought he was going to kill himself. Didn't he say he was going to kill himself if Obama got reelected?
Yeah, unfortunately, he didn't keep his
He
word.
didn't keep his promise.
How are you? Hey, how are you? Good. Good. Hey, Mark. How are you?
We have with us freeholder, Essex County freeholder, Brendan Gill.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Glad we're out to be out today to stand up to hate and violence. Because these words incite violence. Ted Nugent's words incite violence. So I'm proud to stand with my brothers and sisters in labor and all the progressive groups that are out here. Montclair Democratic Party, which, you know, is proud to support this protest. I guess I hate to say it that way. Not proud to, you know, unfortunate that we have to protest, but you know, definitely here to show my solidarity and support against what I believe is rhetoric that has no place, not only here in Montclair, but, you know, in this country.
Didn't another freeholder work on this with you?
We had a lot of support. Freeholder Rufus Johnson, Freeholder Lenny Luciano, even our president, Freeholder Blondie Watson-Coleman. So all were out here, or not maybe here today, but we're supportive of putting this together. So I really wore two hats, you know, one in my position with the local Montclair Democratic Party, and also just as a, you know, person born and raised here in Montclair, who have joined many acts here at the Wellmont. You know, this is just not what I believe, you know, we should have here in the community. And I'm proud to stand here and speak out against it.
Thank you, freeholder.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
No hate for Garden State! No hate for Garden State!
I'm Marcia Marley, and I'm president of Blue Wave, New Jersey, one of the organizers of this event. And I'm a long-term resident of Montclair. And I believe it is the civic duty of every individual to protest against intolerance, bigotry, hatred, racism, sexism, all of the things that Ted Nugent has espoused in his concerts.
What do you think about the Wellmont continuing on to have his concert? Should they have canceled it, or should they have not?
They should have canceled it. Of course they should have canceled it. A Indian tribe in Idaho just canceled a Ted Nugent concert when they found out about his hate speech. And they canceled because they said, we are a strong believer in human rights. We cannot have our venue used by someone who espouses such hatred and bigotry.
The irony is, to me, that this town, Montclair, is a progressive town historically, right?
Not only a progressive town, we are a town that prides ourselves on diversity, inclusion, right, and equality. Just the opposite of what Ted Nugent represents.
Ad nauseum So while I'm busy apologizing, because I didn't let my guard down, I've been fighting this battle, I have no more capabilities than what I implement on a daily basis. But I have obviously failed to galvanize and prod, if not shame, enough Americans to be ever vigilant not to let a Chicago communist-raised, communist-educated, communist-nurtured, subhuman mongrel like the Acorn community organizer gangster Barack Hussein Obama to weasel his way into the top office of authority of the United States of America. I am heartbroken, but I am not giving up. I think America will be America again when Barack Obama, Eric Holder, Hillary Clinton, Dick Durbin, Michael Bloomberg, and all of the liberal Democrats are in jail, facing the just due punishment that their treasonous acts are clearly apparent. So those are, a lot of people would call that inflammatory speech. Well, I would call it inflammatory speech when it's your job to protect Americans, and then you look into the television camera and say, what difference does it make that I failed in my job to provide security and we have 4 dead Americans? What difference does that make? Not to a chimpanzee or to Hillary Clinton. I guess it doesn't matter. And so I think that was the nod that this interview is over. Yeah. But all I can say is freedom is not free. And if you're not a member of the NRA, Nancy Pelosi likes you, which means you're the enemy.
Amplified by musicians like Woody Guthrie, Phil Oakes, Odetta, Pete Seeger, Bob Dylan, and Peter Paul in Maryland. Their words brought messages of hope, tolerance, understanding, and of course love and peace throughout the world. Before I finish, I'm going to introduce Leroy Jones. He's the chairman of the Essex County Democratic Party because he's got to go someplace.
Thank you, Phyllis. I didn't know Phyllis was so, artistic, in terms of, her musical prowess. But let me just say to all of you, today is a, monumental step to say no against hatred, to say no against bigotry, to say no against racism. The guy in that theater over there, represents everything that we stand. He doesn't represent anything that we all stand for. And today's statement of peaceful demonstration and the right to assemble is something that we are going to take advantage of, and we're going to do that. He's going to hear us loud and clear. Yes, he does enjoy the First Amendment right of freedom of speech, and we understand that and we respect that. But we do not respect, the ill hate and what he espouses, because it cuts against the core of what common and decent people like all of us here represent. So I commend all of you today, and I'm not evident, CWA, to Montclair Blue Wave, to Citizen Action, to all the elected officials that have come from Montclair, the New Jersey General Assembly, the County of Essex, and certainly the City of Newark and Mildred Crump to come all the way up here. That's what we all represent. So thank you so much for the opportunity, and let's make sure there's no hate, there's no place for hate, there's no place for intolerance in Montclair or anywhere in the Garden State. Thank you so much.
The music of the 60s inspired, we organized, we mobilized. The music that we're hearing tonight, the homophobic hate, the toxicity, the violence, the racism, the sexism that's coming out of the man in that building tonight will not be tolerated, not in Montclair, not in Essex County, and not in New Jersey. There's no place for hate in our place. We need to stand together and fight against that hate. I'd like to call upon Hetty Rosenstein. Where are you, Hetty?
12 months ago, I began looking for some summer concerts to go to. And I happened to come across a notice that Ted Nugent would be playing in Montclair. Thought that they would cancel the concert. I called and I left a message and I received no call back. And a day or two later, I sent out an email to a few friends and said, call the Wellmont. And we know that dozens of people called this theater and left messages asking to speak to management. And not once did they return a phone call. When they finally got tracked down by the press, they blamed it on their booking agent. And they said Live Nation booked him. We don't have any responsibility whatsoever. So let's be really clear about this. This is not a First Amendment issue. This is a commercial enterprise that is making a profit on hate. And we have to demand as citizens that they not do that and that they stop it. We know that hate doesn't belong in New Jersey and that it's not acceptable for the Wellmont to ignore this demand from our community. And that's what all of us stand for, whether we're in the labor movement or the environmental movement or we're part of advocacy groups and we demand equality. We are saying that hate is not okay. So we want to I want to ask you to actually operate as the collective conscience of our community by passing a motion. Okay? So here's the motion. Okay, we the people of Montclair, Essex County, and New Jersey communities demand that the owner of the Wellmont Theater meet with our representatives within the next 30 days and publicly issue a policy that will prevent the future booking of hate acts. Is that right? If the Wellmont refuses to do so, then we will call upon the community to stop buying tickets at the Wellmont. Okay, so do I have a motion on this floor? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying no hate in Montclair. 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 Thank you, Phyllis. All right, greetings, brothers and sisters. I'll be very brief. The reality is that as residents of Montclair and the surrounding towns, as proud residents of New Jersey, we refuse to accept the watered-down excuses the Wellmont has put before us to say that they are not responsible for what they bring into our community is unacceptable. Am I right? No. Are we going to take it? No. We love to say that in New Jersey Working Families, in all of our partner community organizations, we say that when we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. Excuses. Thank you.
And I want to thank all of the electeds that are here. My name is Marcia Marley, and I'm out of Blue Wave, New Jersey. And before I say a few words, a very few words, I want to give the microphone to our council members, Sean and Renee Bansfield, Sean Stiller, and our Deputy Mayor, Bob Russo.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Renee and Sean and I have to go to our council meeting at 7 p.m. where we're going to discuss this again. But we were fighting all week on this issue. Renee and Sean, come on up here. Renee and Sean and I and the rest of the council are all disappointed in the Wellmont. I talked to the manager today. I finally got the manager on the phone at 3 o'clock, and he says to me, he'll never have this guy in Montclair again. Not good enough. He said they're never going to do anything that offends their neighbors in Montclair again. I said, that's not good enough. So we want to see that implemented, that there will never be another person like Ted Nugent speaking or performing in Montclair with hate speech, homophobic speech, racism, sexism. This is Montclair, diverse, progressive. We're not going to allow it. Sean, Renee, and I, the mayor and the council, will try our best to stop any further shows like this in Montclair. Thanks for your support.
Well, thank you, everybody, and I appreciate everybody being out here. The only thing I want to say is, this reporter actually right here just asked me a minute ago, he said, you know, Councilman Spiller, do you think you're going to change his message by being here today? And I said, you know what, it's not about him and his message. He's not going to change, but this is about us as a community. We are so proud of our diversity, and the reason we're here is to show everybody in this community, everybody who goes by, everybody who goes to that concert, that we are proud of ourselves, we're proud to be here, we're proud for what we stand for, and we won't be quiet about it. So thank all of you for being here.
Power to the people. No hate in the Garden State. Yes, it is important that we say no to hate. Yes, it is important that we say no to bigotry. Yes, it is important that we say no to homophobic remarks. We moved to Montclair in the Garden State because we want to teach our children tolerance. We want to teach them the importance of ecumenism. We want to teach them the importance of diversity, people coming together. And no, we will not tolerate this in Montclair. No hate in the Garden State. Power to the people.
Thank you, Phyllis. Brothers and sisters, we're going to win the battle here tonight because with this type of energy, the owners and managers of the Wellmont Theater will have no recourse. This is not going to be a money-making proposition for them. They're going to see that people here in Montclair are united. We're against any form of hate and all of the things that are taking place here by this entertainer. Ted Nugent is not the way Montclair people think. All I can say is we're going to be here tonight. Make sure tomorrow you give them a call. Make sure you send them a letter. Make sure if you see anything coming up, even close to this in the future, that we're out there doing our part. All I can say is, united we stand, divided we fall. Keep on doing what you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you for coming out tonight. Now I want to introduce Brendan Gill, Essex County Freeholder.
Thank you so much. Teddy, thank you for everything that you did to help put this together. To all my brothers and sisters in labor that are here across the board. I was born and raised in this community, as many of you know, and this is a community that taught me about tolerance, about rejecting hate and hate speech. And I see the sign, hate speech is not free speech, and I could not agree more. So as Assemblyman Giblin said, as Councilman Spiller said, we are here together united. United we stand. We're going to stand here not just tonight, but we're going to continue this fight to let whoever needs to know at the Wellmont that we will not tolerate this type of act or rhetoric in our community. Not here in Montclair, but across the state of New Jersey. So please know, brothers and sisters, that I stand with you, and let's drive out hate. Thank you.
From the city of Newark, Mildred Crabbe.
Thank you, fellas. Hello, everybody. I don't know why you're here, but I know why I'm here. I drove all the way up Bloomfield Avenue, looking for people who were progressive, who would not tolerate racism, hatred of any kind. I come from the generation, and I'm so glad to see Mayor Victor Luca, who was born and raised in the city of Newark, and so that's even well-trained. You all know that, right? We live by a motto: people who are united can never be defeated. So share that with me. People who are united can never be defeated. People who are united can never be defeated. and defeat the Ted Nugent of this world. That's right. And we want to make sure that the Wellmont never does this again. And so we stand in solidarity with you from the great city of North, and we've got some Northers in the house, to let you know that we share with you. God bless and onward.
This isn't just a Montclair problem, and it's not just a Newark problem, and it's an everybody problem. And with that, I'd like to introduce Vic DeLuca, Mayor of Maplewood. Where is he?
Thank you, Phyllis, and we're here across Essex County to stand with Montclair to say no to Ted Nugent! No to Ted Nugent, no to his hate. This is not the kind of community that will accept hate speech. We say free speech, but it has to be responsible speech. Ted Nugent is wrong on all the issues, and we're here to say no way, Ted! No way, Ted! No way, Ted! No way, Ted! Maplewood stands with you, Montclair!
Every man Montclair today could be marching against hate if I didn't call up Larry Ham, People's Organization for Progress. Larry Ham.
No hate in the Garden State. 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 Brothers and sisters, give the organizers of this event today a big hand. They're doing the right thing. I'm glad to join with the organizers of this event against the appearance of Ted Nugent in this time of war and division and strife in the world. We need celebrities and public figures who will bring people together, not drive people apart.
Vietnam veteran, I come by here because you have these guys who tote guns, who act brave. They won't go and fight a war like most of us guys did. We served this country. This guy crapped in his pants, and everybody forgets this. This is how he got out of Vietnam. He crapped in his pants. He went down there filthy like a dog so he wouldn't go to Vietnam. And here he is talking about how what American he is. He's a coward. That's what he is. He didn't serve in the military. I got an honorable discharge. I served in the military. I served this country. He didn't serve this country at all. And he's talking all this stuff. And you got all these people who talk about how they're going to fight wars and everything else. They won't strap a weapon on and go. They won't go at all. They'll talk about how brave they are and everything else like that, and talk about racism and all this. I fought that. I fought here. A lot of my friends died from all different colors and races and everything else like died for this country. And it's a shame that, you have people like this and the rest of them coming around saying, let's take everything away from everybody, which is ridiculous.
What's your name, sir?
Haywood Woods.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, Mark Dunek, running for Congress. Tell us what you're all about, against whom are you running, and why are you here?
Sure, so I'm running against Rodney Freelandheisen. I'm the Democratic nominee running for Congress, running on a platform of solutions that are reasonable, balanced, and the keyword is passable. I have an MBA in finance. I've been working in the private sector for 15 years. I am a professional problem solver, and I'm running for Congress to solve problems.
And why are you here at this demonstration?
For many reasons. Number one, to show support. For many reasons. This rock star, unfortunately, he shares some views that is completely foreign to me, and I'm here to protest that formally with friends and colleagues here as well.
Very good. Thank you very much, and good luck. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Hi, good day. I'm Councilwoman Dr. Renee Baskerville from the Township of Montclair.
And why are you here?
I am here because there's no room for hate in Montclair. I'm here because not only in Montclair, but all across the nation, especially as we celebrate the 50th anniversary of the civil rights, we ought to be coming together as one and celebrating the spirit of tolerance, ecumenism, and diversity. And those are the things that most of us in Montclair say that we represent, that we want for our community. And I don't think there's any room for this type of activity. There's no room for this type of hate. There's no room for someone that talks in the manner they do, in racist remarks and remarks that are odious in our township of Montclair or anywhere. I just happen to be in Montclair today. I go all across the country and stand with people that stand up against hate.
Very good. Thank you, Councilwoman. Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
Arms, they're a problem.
Well, you know, the curse of a Mao Zedong fan club in the White House. Now, a lot of people would think that's hyperbole. No, I mean those words. Those words are accurate and heartbreaking. We have a Mao Zedong fan club in our government.
Conditions unless you're absolutely mentally deranged, Ted Kennedy and Nancy Pelosi and Hillary Clinton. You are evil people. You are on the side of evil because you're guaranteeing that good guys will die at the hands of evil because you won't let us carry guns. And I got a message for you, but this is a family TV show, so you have to figure it out. It's in there. It's camouflage. Can you see it? Pick one.
With Assemblyman Tom Giblin. Tom, welcome to Labor's View, and why are you here today?
Well, I'm here to really express my outrage at the appearance of Ted Nugent here at the Wellmont Theater in Montclair. Montclair has a tradition of tolerance and being sensitive to the rights of all individuals, regardless of race, creed, color, sexual orientation, things like that. And all the things that Ted Nugent stands for are really contrary to what we believe in here in Montclair. And I would hope that the proprietors of the Wellmont use a great deal more sensitivity in the future about not bringing people like him aboard.
You live in this town, don't you?
Yes, I do, David. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, Tom.
Okay, thank you.
Tell us who you are and why you're here.
Ana Lilia Mejia. I'm the executive director of the New Jersey Working Families, and I'm here to protest hate in Montclair.
Why? What about this Ted Nugent bothers you?
It's completely unacceptable that someone who has made such terrible comments about our president, about women, has been so disrespectful across the board as a mother, as a person of color. I am completely offended, and I cannot believe the Wellmont would welcome him into Montclair.
And who's this handsome young man over here?
My son Langston, who I'm sure is equally appalled. There you go.
Thank you.
All right.
This is Chairman Leroy Jones of the Essex County Democratic Party, one-time freeholder, cool glasses.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Leroy, why are you here today?
I'm here to show my support against hate. Ted Nugent, who has espoused very, very over the top and inappropriate comments, that are vested in hate. And and intolerance, and those are the things that good and honest people have the right to stand up and say no against. And we're here to protest everything that that is against hate, and also protest against the Wellmont for not even acquiescing to the requests of organized folks who are against hate, to just try to say look, rest, put it down, take it down, and let's move forward with individuals who are going to be productive performers.
You've seen tonight what the people in Montclair and the people in Essex County and people indeed across the state of New Jersey are saying. No hate is going to be tolerated. Ted Nugent is not going to be tolerated, and his hate speech, homophobic, anti-women, anti-minorities, it's not going to work. So the people that are going to this concert, I feel sorry for them. For the people that are here with this demonstration, I support them, our union supports them, and thank you from Labor's View and from me. Good evening, and we'll see you for future shows.